Welcome to AGORACOM, the small cap epicenter on AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing the best press releases out of the small cap world every morning at the open, so you hopefully profit from them and maybe find your next great small cap investment. It's Monday, June the 21st. Happy birthday to my daughter Mariella. Happy belated Father's Day to all our fathers watching today. Resources dominating the news. I've got two great press releases for you. Let's get straight to them. First up, Avalon Rare Metals trades on the big board, TSX Venture, AVL. This is a past AGORACOM client. We don't have any conflicts with them today, but we love this company. I've always loved this company and still wish them green pastures as they move forward. And they have great news today. The news today, the pre-feasibility study on their rare earth element deposit in Thor Lake, Northwest Territory, confirms positive economics. Great news for Avalon, great news for the industry, and I'll tell you why at the end. The company says the results demonstrate the high degree of confidence that the project development model as presently conceived is technically feasible and will provide satisfactory returns with acceptable risk. Great to hear that kind of language. That comes a lot from Don Bubar, who's a very conservative, very analytical kind of guy, and I like that kind of language because it's not all blue sky, but they are saying they've taken into account acceptable risk. Always great to hear that. This a discounted cash flow analysis shows positive internal rate of return and a positive net present value. Go take a look at the financial analysis. Internal rate of return, 12% after tax. Net cash flow, $1.5 billion. And then they give you an NPV at various discount rates. So go take a look at that to see which one best suits your analysis. The net cash flow is based on an 18-year operating schedule. They're assuming an exchange rate. Go take a look at that. And they're also assuming 100% equity financing, which would probably be pretty dilutive considering the fact that the total project construction costs and a 22% contingency were estimated at $899.7 million. Let's call that $900 million to be safe. So if all of that was to be done at $2.65 a share, $3 where they close on Friday, $3, it'd be pretty dilutive. But the company does say they plan to pursue various financing options, and I'd be really hard pressed. You'd be really hard pressed to convince me that they wouldn't be able to raise a significant amount of debt financing along with equity financing. So I wouldn't, personally, I wouldn't assume 100% equity financing. It'll bring in some debt, make sure it's less diluted. So let's get back to that total project construction cost. $899.7 million. That includes a 22% contingency cost. So of the total capital cost, the mine, the mill, the plant comprise about $590 million. That gives an idea of what this project is like. Average operating costs over the 18-year life of the project are estimated to average about $267 Canadian per ton. You're going to have to weigh that against what they expect revenue to come out of the property. But this is the heavy rare earth elements. Very, very important because there are two kinds of rare earth elements out there. The heavies are really important when it comes to green technology and new technologies, new high-tech technology. So they've got the goods there. A little bit about the company if you don't know them, and you should know them. I think Avalon is going to be a great company for years to come. You got to do your own due diligence. I don't own any shares right now in the company, but I think it's going to be a great company for many years to come. This is one of those few buy and holds because I don't think they can lose 5 years from now. I'll tell you why. This is a mineral exploration company and development company. They're focused on rare metals deposits in Canada. It's flagship, 100% owned, very important. The Nechalachacho, I always have problems pronouncing that. The Nechalacho deposit in Thor Lake, Northwest Territories is emerging as one of the largest undeveloped rare earth element resources in the world. As I said, they have the more valuable heavy rare earth elements, and this is one of the few potential sources of these critical elements outside of China, which right now controls about 95% of the world's supply. That's why I think Avalon is going to be potentially very lucrative in the future. Still a lot of execution here. Got to raise a lot of money. They're a long way from the finish line. But if you like rare elements and you understand where technology will go in the future, Avalon is a great bet. Closed Friday 265, 424 on the 52-week high, $1.49 on the 52-week low. Next up, Fire River Gold trades on the venture under FAU. This is an AGORACOM client. Have to disclose that. But as always, we don't talk about AGORACOM client news unless it stands on its own 2 feet. And Fire River continues to put out great news. Assume I'm horribly conflicted because this is a client of ours, but they just continue to put out fantastic news. Here's the headline today. They're announcing 498 grams per ton of gold. 498 grams per ton of gold over 3 meters. This is simply a monstrous number. It's equivalent to 14.5 ounces per ton over 9.8 feet. This is at their Nixon Fork project in Alaska. These are just big numbers, but you've got to do your own due diligence because there's a lot more than just the actual drill result. You've got to take a look at other things, and I don't want to make that decision for you. The company says that they are announcing bonanza gold results. This is from their ongoing reevaluation program on the Nixon Fork gold mine in Alaska. Two holes, these are assay results from 2 holes completed in 2007. If you don't know a little about this project, a little history here. A couple of years ago, you had an operator of the project who drilled a significant amount of holes, didn't have, for whatever reason, didn't release results analysis of all that. So what Fire River is doing is going back and actually reevaluating those holes and giving us the results. So getting these great results without a ton of drilling because they're just working on existing core. Here's some of the highlights here. I gave you the highlight number in the headline. Results are pending for 25 additional underground holes and 7 additional surface holes. In addition to that, the 2010 drill campaign is scheduled to begin in late June. We're sitting here on June 21st, so we must be less than a couple of weeks away if they're on schedule. And finally, what I really like, our resources update is expected to come out in the fall of 2010. So sometime October, November, they're going to have a resources update. That's great positive news. The market's reacted very well because they closed on Friday at 60 cents, just shy of the 52-week high of 75 cents, and about now 90% bounce off the 52-week low of 34 cents. The company describes itself as a near-term production company. They're focusing on this flagship project right here. This is the Nixon Fork gold mine, and they want to put that back into production when? Within 12 months. Really great when you take into account the fact that gold right now, as of a few minutes ago, is trading about $1,257, right at its all-time highs. And all indications for gold, and you've got to do your own due diligence, are that it's going to continue to move forward slowly and steadily for a while to come, as the world still has doubt about the fiat currency system. This gold mine is fully permitted and bonded with past production values averaging 1.4 ounces per ton or 42 grams per ton. Great news out of them. That's a wrap as always. Quality over quantity. 2 great press releases for you. We don't want to give you any more. We don't want to give you filler. Resources dominate. Not a surprise given the fact that China had some great news with respect to letting their currency fluctuate against the dollar. That's going to make the world economy a little bit better, and that's going to create even more demand for things like gold and rare metals. If you look for more great quality news, especially out of the resource space, and you're watching this on Globe Investor, then take a look to the below me or to the left of me, depending on what page you're on. Take a look at the best press releases of the last couple of days, webcasts, and other great leads to find your next great investment, or get yourself to the front page of AGORACOM, watch this show, check out the headlines, and get into the marketplace where you got succinct descriptions of what we think are some great companies in this space. That's a wrap. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.